Well, hi everybody, and welcome back to Castlevania Circle of the Moon. Alright, I gotta get used to this nonsense again, because I previously mentioned I didn't really like this control scheme. Okay, so I got the double jump, which means that there's a whole bunch of places that I can now go explore that I couldn't before. Wait, do I have any new cards? I don't think I do. I probably mentioned, but if I did not, then let me repeat again that, I'm not a fan of the button layout for this thing. Wait, that's not it. Okay, so that's that turns on the cards. Alright, so I have not been to the upper corner of this area, so I'll take care of that. Yeah, so here we go. More Castlevania. Recorded the second Pokemon episode yesterday. Not yesterday, sorry. Earlier today, actually. Bonehead. Is that what you call those things? Yeah. Those things are really annoying in Castlevania 64. But Castlevania 64 is a game that I actually do like. I had a stream of going of it a couple of years ago. And it was one of those things where I think originally planning on editing together into for YouTube. Oh yeah, and I don't think I mentioned, but this collection, the advanced collection, for some goddamn reason, has okay. So well, okay. This just signals that I then have to go to the earlier parts of the castle, which is fine. I was probably gonna have to do that anyway. So yes, this goddamn collection features Dracula X, aka the butchered port of Rondo of Blood for Super Nintendo. That game is honestly just horrendous. I actually tried to play it with this, and because it is on the SNES, it actually did allow you to reset the controls. And you know what? Even when doing that, the game is still fucking ass. Like, the second fucking level is goddamn impossible. I might actually, I have from several years ago, I have an attempted playthrough of the Castlevania adventure on this channel. And I made a very strong argument back then. So I made a very strong argument that I think that Castlevania, adventure is the worst Castlevania game. But I don't know. Dracula X does give it a good run for its money. There I can say it is purely because of the level design. Because the controls are the same. Yeah, the controls are the same as in, Rondo of Blood, more or less. So it's not, and the controls in Rondo of Blood are perfect, so, it's not that. It's absolutely because the level design. And the second level already has like a bridge that, falls down, which is, a Castlevania tradition. But, you don't walk, you barely walk fast enough to make it. Which makes it like unbelievably, just unbelievable horse hockey. There's a couple of areas that I can get to, so I gotta figure out. Yeah, the biggest challenge for this game, though, I will say, if you've never played an original GBA before, let me tell you, original GBA's, screen was very, very dark. Like, you could barely tell, like, what was going on, and this game has pretty dark graphics. Like, I noticed that's actually the thing that I do notice about, like, Dissonance, is how much more lighter the graphics are by comparison. I wonder if there's an Igor later down the line. Oh shit! God damn. I think the holy water might be more useful. Rain float. Okay, but I can't go do anything here. It's weird because it looks like my health is going down, but it's actually my health meter's getting bigger. Yeah, so I really like. I actually really like Castlevania 64. So I should probably get around to actually. Oh, you know what? I could have used the the axe on these guys. Like it's okay. I do jump, or Nathan jumps, high enough that it's not really a problem. Abyss Stairway. I'm wondering, is this from Castlevania 3? Like, that's the thing that I like about this game's soundtrack. Like, yeah, it does recycle a lot of music, but I think it's kind of like a almost like a greatest hits collection of like Castlevania music in a way. Oh, okay. First night. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know the slide had hurt them. Also, yeah, I am getting really confused about the button layout. Nope, I can't. So, wherever this is taking me, like I have to go around. Huh. Wait, I have been here. Oh yeah, this is the mummy room. Okay, that's kind of funny how it keeps the music keeps kind of resetting. Wait a minute. There's something here that I haven't gotten. Yeah, the other thing that I don't like about this game is that they kind of RPG'd this game, with everything. Like, yeah, I don't feel like Castlevania really needs to have like numbers popping up everywhere. Oh, this is where I started. Never mind. Okay, I don't need to go down up here. I mean, eventually, yeah, because this does take me. Ironically, it does take you back to like Dracula's Dracula's chamber, because that's where basically where Nathan's trying to get back to. And I think we have to like the Baldwin's son, the guy who we the Bill to our Ted, or vice versa, because I can never remember which one is Bill and which one is Ted. I do remember that at some point the game gets really brutally hard. It's Castlevania after all, but here it's down to also the the level ups and the. Yeah, I think I can't get past this. Yeah. So Somber Echoes, that was the Metroidvania that I was playing earlier this year. And don't get me wrong, that game did have some fun elements to it, but it was just kind of painfully slow. And the thing that I hated really about it was the narrator voice. I did not enjoy the narrator in that game. Every time we came to a story bit, it was like so boring. It had some fun gameplay bits, like, it'd be a stretch for me to say that I didn't enjoy playing it, because I did get very far. But then, inevitably, you get to that, it has that Metroid problem where, at some point, you need to find some specific item to progress the story. And the game world's just so goddamn huge that you have no idea at all where to even start looking. So, it just, eventually you just kind of get tired of just running around and not knowing what to do, and then you don't finish the game. And I honestly have not. I can't even recall when I last picked that game up. So yeah, that's the thing with Metroidvanias. Like, they seem like a good idea on paper. And don't get me wrong, like if you like this sort of game, I'm not saying like if you like there's anything like that, but I'm saying like I get tired of Metroidvanias very quickly. The only reason I'm giving this the time of day is because I have nostalgia for this game. But like this year, I actually did try to do a little one-off of Metroid. And I tried to do it like really low-key. I was like saying like, if this doesn't... Oh, this is another... I can't get here either. I so wish that, that wasn't the menu button. So full disclosure, I have no idea when the next boss is going to show up. Or if indeed I can beat it. Oh! And I kind of hate the fact that there's so many, like, diverting paths here. They really, really, like, You know, that's the thing with Metroidvanias. I think the whole point is that, you know, they have to make a really, really big overworld for you to have to, you know, spend time. Like, don't get me wrong, like, you'll definitely get gameplay hours out of this, but to me, this is kind of, honestly, just kind of tiresome. Like, you can say anything about, like, oh, maybe, you know, it's a less linear gameplay experience, but you know what? There is a reason why most games are linear. There's nothing bad about making a linear game. And, you know, this is also, that's kind of thing is that the linearity... Oh, God. I have so many diverting paths. Okay, I'm gonna go quickly check that other one. Prison garb. Wow. Let's see. Leather armor. It increases my strength but lowers my defense. No. I think I want to keep my defense up. Oh yeah, so that, you know, these Metroidvanias are actually kind of linear too, because, you know, there's areas of the dungeon that are locked off by you not having certain power-ups. And this hallway, by the way, is definitely Rondo of Blood again, or Symphony. There's obviously a lot of overlap because Symphony is supposed to be like a direct sequel, which I think is the only reason why they bothered making Dracula X. You know, because, you know, Rondo of Blood was meant for, you know, was released for the, you know, the TurboGrafx, the Japanese TurboGrafx, the PC engine. Okay, he's a Fire Knight, so yeah, I have my hookups about Metroidvanias. Whatever, that's not important. Ooh, this is the. Oh, we're right outside the castle. This is the castle entryway then. Well, duh. I should have picked that up from the very subtle clue that, oh, this looks like the entryway in fucking Rondo of Blood. Okay, I can't get here. But there was that one door that I also skipped. Where was it? There's that one whole area there, but that one had the, you know, the rock block that I couldn't destroy, wasn't it? Yeah, this is what I hate, because you know, the map helps, but you still have to actually remember this shit. Okay, let's go check this out, because I'm pretty sure I can't actually go here. But I should just, you know, double check, so, you know, I don't make an ass of myself. But yeah, that's the thing, like, I'm not making any promises about, like, how long this episode's been going on for quite a while, and I still am not sure, like, where the next boss is. Electric skeleton, because of course. Yeah, that's the thing I do love about Castlevania. They always come up with the most ridiculous shit for the skeletons, like that electric skeleton. Makes absolutely no sense. That's the thing, I've never ever gotten to play Legacy of Darkness, which is the second N64 Castlevania game. But I really would wanna, because, you know, I played through Castlevania, the first N64 Castlevania, but I'll bear in mind that I have only played it as Schneider. I have not beat it as the other character. You know what, this is kind of reminding me of the fucking Tomb Raider Game Boy Color game. There's another one that I kind of wish I could go back and revisit a bit, but like that one would not work out with my with the Super Game Boy. There was, you know, something about before the Netflix Castlevania series became a thing. There actually was, for a brief period of time, I know this because I read about it in a game magazine, from what I assume was a reputable game magazine. So make of that what you will. But that Paul W.S. Anderson actually was at one time in talks to make Castlevania into a movie, but that obviously never materialized. And I have long postulated that the reason was most likely because of all the monsters. You know, because like, for instance, the Frankenstein's monsters stopped appearing in a lot of these later Castlevania games. And the big reason is because they were using the Boris Karloff variety. Now, not necessarily looking exactly like Boris Karloff, but that's actually an interesting thing, is that Boris Karloff's estate is like extremely protective of his image. So, after, years later when they still kept making like Frankenstein movies and stuff, and they kept using, art that very clearly had like Karloff's facial features on it. The Karloff estate basically decided to, let Universal know, like, hey, you can't keep doing that, like, he didn't consent to it. So the guy that they use now, whenever Universal releases like a, well, they don't really do it anymore, but when they used to release like box sets of those like Universal horror movies and stuff, was the guy who played Frankenstein in the later adaptations. Oh, this is the boss. Shit. Okay, and I have not saved. There's a road to saving here. So I gotta save first, because I do not want to lose my progress. Son of a bitch, I can't go through here. So I assume that the problem with the Castlevania movie probably boiled down to that, because that's the thing that I notice about the Castlevania Netflix cartoons as well. Is like, they managed to slip in a few recognizable monsters from the games, but it's very clear to me that was like, getting the monsters in was not the priority of the series creators. That they were really trying to focus on character writing, which, don't get me wrong, that's there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's perfectly fine. There's a whole bunch of stuff there that I haven't gone to. Oh yeah, it does automatically like fill up your health. Honestly, like, another thing that I'm sick and tired of looking at numbers is because of Pokemon. Because I'm doing the Nuzlocke right now. And don't get me wrong, like, there is other things besides the, besides, the monsters in Castlevania to focus a narrative on. It doesn't have to be, all just that. But the thing that was kind of weird about Nocturne was the fact that Dracula was not even in it. Okay, am I gonna go to the boss fight now? Because I'm playing like shit right now. There's a whole bunch of that area that I haven't explored either. There might, you know what, I should, because there might have been a save room there, and I do have potions. Fuck me. Okay, that was sloppy gameplay on my part, yeah. You know what I do miss? I do miss a good old-fashioned wall chicken. Okay, can't go that way. There's something on the right. So let's go check it out. Yeah, the GBA was interesting because it had a lot of like these comebacks. There was a save room. But I have this nasty feeling like I might be too low level based on the fact that I take damage so easily from everything. Let me quickly check my gear. Okay, leveled up and got a new card. Ooh, okay, now I got a long boy. Okay, let's see what this boss is like. Necromancer. Extraordinary to be dropped into the abyss and still live, but your luck is about to run out. Get out of my way, dude. Child, before I finish you, I will tell you some news. Your precious master is already in our power. What? That old man will feed us with his soul. The ride has been prepared and we only await for the full moon. No! Damn it, I need to figure out, like, how. Okay, 16 and 16, so, okay, no difference. No. God damn these buttons. I hate this button layout. Christ's sake. This is not a GBA. You should have given me the... It's not much better. Wait. Item... I had potions. Oh, he was already... Okay. Whoa, 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 okay, it's not done. Alright, beat him. I know Master is still alive. Hold on, I'll be there. Though, where is you? Okay, but now I think it's time for me to get back to the save room. Yeah, just a straight drop down. Alright, but that does it for this episode of Circle of the Moon. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.